Hello ladies and gentle trolls, welcome to a patch notes video for my Blood Feud mini set. This was the mini set for my custom expansion, Return to the Rumble, and it only came with 38 new cards. And you guys had some comments on only 6 of the cards in the mini set. So these 6 cards will now change in this slightly shorter than usual video. Let's start with Yeniko the Risen for Death Knight. Yeniko was a 6-mana 4/5 undead minion with a Blood and Frost rune and a powerful effect, but several of you thought this effect seemed too powerful for his cost. So Yeniko will now change from being a 6-mana 4/5 minion to a 7-mana 4/4 minion. In the mini set, Demon Hunter got this card, Mother-in-Law. This 2-mana 3/3 minion will let you choose a card in your hand to discard, and then let you discover a card you've discarded this game, potentially the one you just discarded. This card was meant for the discard Demon Hunter deck for my first expansion, Tales from the Broken Isles. But a commenter pointed out that there was really no reason that this card should have higher than normal stats, since you never really lose anything from it. So Mother-in-Law will change from being a 3/3 minion to a 2/3 minion. Demon Hunter also got this legendary in the mini set, the Avatar of Hakar. The Avatar of Hakar came with a lot of keywords from throughout my custom expansion year of the Imp, including the extreme keyword from my first expansion, Tales from the Broken Isles, which is a bonus if the card is played as the highest or lowest cost card in your hand. Each of the Avatar's keywords will give your hero +2 attack this turn, up to +10 attack if all are triggered. But there was a comment saying that this card would seem more appropriate as a 5-mana card, so the Avatar of Hakar will change like that, from 6 mana to 5 mana. Druid got the 1-mana arcane spell Star Weaving, which would add both a Lunar Eclipse and Solar Eclipse spell to your hand. But I had totally forgotten about the old card Kiri Chosen of Elune, which does the same thing but for much more mana and as a legendary nonetheless, as was pointed out to me by a commenter. We eventually found a solution though, so Star Weaving will have this new effect. It will now say choose one, get a Lunar or Solar Eclipse spell. So you can now only get one of the Eclipse spells unless you use some kind of choose one shenanigans. Those were all the class cards being changed, but 2 neutral cards will also change, such as one of the miniset's big legendaries, Hakar Loa of Blood.
Face the wrath of the Soul Flayer!
Hakar is a 5-mana 9/6 legendary minion with a custom keyword from Return to the Rumble, Ritual. Cards with Ritual would split into a certain amount of offering spells when the game starts, and only once you played them all will the Ritual legendary be added to your hand. Hakar's offering spells would each add a Corrupted Blood spell into both players' decks, and then when you play Hakar he would shuffle all Corrupted Blood in your deck into your opponent's. However, there were several comments saying that this card would be very unfun to play in mirror matches, because neither player would want to play their Hakar first, since the other player could just nullify its effect with their own Hakar. Thankfully, one of you had a great solution, so Hakar will have his battle cry replaced with a rest of game effect, and that's just basically a battle cry that lasts until the end of the game. Hakar's rest of game effect will cause any damage you take from your Corrupted Blood to be dealt to your opponent instead, so you will now want to play your Hakar as quickly as possible.
I will live again!
The very last card that's changing is the neutral Stranglethorn Panther. This is a callback to the Stranglethorn Tiger of old, and in addition to the effects of the tiger, the Panther also has Overkill, gains Stealth. But a commenter pointed out that this card, which is meant for modern standard, is technically weaker than another very old card, so Stranglethorn Panther will now have its attack increased to 6. Well, that's it for the patch notes. Thanks to everyone who commented with feedback on the cards. I hope you all like these changes I've made. But before we end the video completely, I have a little teaser. Blizzard recently announced the next expansion Into the Emerald Dream. Well, I'm working on my own expansion, the Mongrel Horde. It'll probably come out a few weeks after Blizzard's. Anyway, until my expansion comes out, I've decided to end each of my videos with a card from the expansion. So here's Razor Hill Watch Post. You might remember the Watch Post from Forged in the Barrens. Well, this card is one of 3 new Watch Posts introduced in my expansion. That's it guys, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, you know it, and I will see you next time.